Hello everyone, welcome back to a new pick a card video here on Love Angels Intuition. I am happy to be back with a new pick a card reading. Today we are looking at what do people like about you. So we have 3 piles today, pile number 1, 2, and 3. You can pause the video, use your intuition looking at the stone, or you can use a random number generator if you'd like. You will find the timestamp in the description of the video. And without further ado, welcome to your reading. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today we're going to see what do people like about you. So first we'll take a look at the tarot cards. First card that we have the Emperor. Beautiful. Then we have the 8 of Cups. The 4 of Swords, the 3 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. Okay, pile number 1, here, something that people like about you is your ability to get yourself to be respected. So respect is like one of the most important things in this world, and it's not everybody that just gives off a vibe like don't mess with me, of like you have that natural authority to you. Like people don't even try with you. It's like they know like you're not going to accept anything less than what you are worthy of, and they just know that you're not going to, it's like people can't mess with you. That's what I keep hearing. People can't mess with you. People know that you demand respect, and people are not willing to try and cross your boundaries because they know it's gonna end not in a fun way if they do so. And I see here that the people who like you like this about you. They like the fact that you demand respect, that you have that natural authority to you. And also one of the things that makes you awesome, pile number 1, is that you know when to let go. Not only you demand respect, but you know when to let go of things that are no longer for you. Like you're not the type of person who's going to stay in a friendship or relationship that's not serving you, that's toxic, or that's just, bad for you. You know when to move on, you know when to say no to people, you know when to put your boundaries, and that's it. And once you walk away, pile number 1, you don't look back. You have that 8 of Cups energy. So the 8 of Cups is when there's always a lot of ways to interpret the card, but how I really see the 8 of Cups is when you're kind of towards the end of a chapter and it's time to move on. And you just have to walk away without looking back. You need to walk towards the new chapter in your life. And it's to detach yourself, to let go of something. And here, you guys, don't mess with this. And the people in your life, especially people who are in your life for a long time and they're able to see you evolve, they see how you have that ability to let go of things that don't serve you. And a lot of people admire that, pile number 1, especially people who are not able to do the same. They admire that about you, and you inspire them to let go of things that don't serve you either, because they see you as a model, pile number 1. People respect you a lot, and they really admire you, how you behave, your values. And that's one of the thing about you that they admire the most, and that they wish that they would have the same strength. But be happy, pile number 1, because you influence a lot of people. And just by being you and having that trait of yours, you're helping a lot of people realize that sometimes the best thing to do is to let go. And that is a lesson that you teach to people without being aware of it, because this is just how you walk. This is who you are. This is beautiful. A beautiful start for your reading, pile number 1. I really like this energy. It's like, don't mess with me. And also your boundaries, pile number 1, you have like really good boundaries. Honestly, if you don't feel like your boundaries are up, This is not your reading, because pile number 1, you have amazing boundaries. And I also see here pile number 1, when you need to rest, you'll rest. When you don't feel like going out, you're that type of friend who's going to say, I'm too tired, I'm not going out. And your friend respect you for that, you know? They know that you'd rather rest than force yourself to go to the party, force yourself to be somewhere you don't want to be, and then have a bad attitude about it, you know? You are really attuned to your needs and to yourself. And this is also the why you have boundaries, the why you're going to cut off things or remove things that don't serve you. Because also, pile number 1, there's that vibe to you of you may be the type of person who gets drained easily, tired easily when something doesn't work for you. So if you have a friend that you're not 100% sure of them, that you're not 100% sure that they're there for you, like, you know, the type of friends that are like, one time they're good to you, and the other time they might do something whack, and then they're nice again. You don't have time for this, because this drains you. And because you're someone who might get drained easily, that's why you've learned how to have your boundaries, because you protect your energy at all costs. And once again, that goes hand in hand with that ability to walk away, that ability to put the boundaries, to also say that you need to rest and really protect your energy. And that's also something that you teach to people. You kind of have that teacher quality to you, because I really see people admiring you. I see people, I see that you teach a lot just by your ways, because you're not like I don't know if the term would be good, but you're not a flaky person, and you're also not a half person. Like, you don't leave things being half done. Like, you're 100% with what you are. You're 100% someone who demands respect. You're 100% someone who will leave things that no longer works for them, okay? You're the type of energy that doesn't turn their head back to look at the past. No, once you start moving forward, you move. And the ones who will follow you will follow you, okay? And you are aware of that. For you, it's like, if they don't join me, they don't join me. And that's it. And I'll continue on my path. And you go on with the people who are meant to be in your life. And also pile number 1. So I don't know what you do for a living, but with that same idea of people admire you just for who you are and what you do, they also admire your work. So you might be also someone who makes friend easily in the not in the friend place, in the workplace. Because here, people really admire your work. But with this, so with you, you're going to be the type of person, I see that you're able to make deep friendships at work, but I also don't see you being the person that's the easiest to approach. Because you have those strong boundaries, because you demand respect, you have like that aura that some people might be scared at first, and maybe even those friendships that you make at work, it might take a little time, you know, for you to really open up to people and for them to get to know you deep down, your personality. Like, at first they'll be a bit scared, then they'll just admire you for how you move, how you work, your values. And then they get to know you a bit more, and they're just like, wow, this person is just amazing. Not just their work is amazing, but they're also amazing because of all of those qualities that they have. So I see that you're the type of person, and that's going to follow you for your life, your entire life, okay? The message here is you're really someone, no matter what job you do, no matter if you change job, and no matter if you like your current job or not, because this is an ability that you have, you are able to make friends at work. This is an ability. So whether you have friends at work right now, just know that this is one of the ability that you have, and this is going to stay with you because it's just an ability you have, okay? And you know how they say, like, God's timing, you might have good, amazing friendships at work right now, but just to let you know that if you do not have it right now, you have that ability. So be it that it would be at a new job or new people coming to work at your job. This is just an ability that you have because people really, really admire you. And even the people who are not your friend at work admire how you work. You might have your boss tell you all the time that you're a good employee, that they're proud of you, and because you do things the right way. And with the Queen of Swords here, I also see that you're a really rational person. You're really logical. You give good advice to your friends. They really like you for that, for saying the truth, telling them the things like they are. They like your honesty. This is something really big with the person who loved you. Then we have forgiveness, protection. People feel safe around you, pile number one. People feel safe. And here there's a strong message here. Some of you have a friend that you've forgiven and they feel so blessed and they feel so lucky that you forgive them. This is a specific message for some of you. Somebody here is feeling extremely grateful that you've given them a second chance. This can be platonic or romantic, for depending on the situation, but there's just somebody here that you've forgiven, to whom you've given a second chance, and they feel really grateful about it. And they also know that it's not something that you give out easily. Okay, it's not with your personality, especially with everything we've seen so far in your reading. They absolutely know that it's not something that you give for free. It's not something that you give to anyone. And also the fact that you are like that, and that message is for everyone here. The fact that you are this type of person who doesn't forgive easily, people know that. So people are not going to test you. People are not going to test you and risk you if they are good persons for you and they know who you are. Because people who know who you are know that they can't mess up. You're not someone to mess up around. Because you have that side of you that can be quite harsh. Okay, it's like that Queen of Swords. She can be harsh. With that sword that shows you also the truth, she can also be really harsh. You can be someone who gives harsh truth, and who harshly cut people out of their life. So when you happen to forgive someone, believe me, they know that this is not something that you give out for free, and that they are grateful that you do, and that they're going to make their best to behave, because they know that if they mess up again, there's no three times, there's not a third for forgiveness with you. Oh, absolutely not. Then we have any way the wind blows, storm warning, woman holding a heart. Pile number one here, I see that you're someone who's really good at managing a bad situation happening in life, a little like crisis situation. You're really good at navigating this, at putting yourself back on your 2 feet if something happens in your life and disturbs you. And I see that you're someone who, for the people around you, you're really able to help them navigate any tough times that they go through. And you have that ability that you're able to help those people navigate tough times, even though they're not times that you've went through. It's like, I could see you, like, if I had to give an example, it's like you're able to be there for a friend, let's say, who's getting through a divorce, even though if you haven't went through this yourself, even though you didn't experience that yourself. And that's just because you have that ability that whenever something comes to shake you, whenever something changes, there's a disturbance, there's something that happens in life, you're good at adapting yourself. And so that's what you give to people. You help them and guide them to readjust, reevaluate, adapt themselves, and that's one of the greatest quality of human beings, is that we're we're creatures of we're absolutely capable of adapting to anything, right? I mean, that's just life. Every creature, everything of life, every creature, every divine being is capable of adapting, learning, evolving. And because you have that ability, and that is a strength that you have, you help your friends by sharing your skills, you know. And it's like the advice that you give them help them to reevaluate, readjust, adapt, evolve. It's like you tell them, no matter what happened, you're going to be able to find that equilibrium. Don't give up, because this is just a bad break. This is just a bad time in your life, but you're totally able. It's like you make them see things that they don't see. You make them see that, hey, actually, you can readjust yourself if you turn right, for example, or if you do that thing. And it's things that they haven't seen, because you give them that other perspective where you show them exactly how they can recalibrate what's been disturbed in their life. This is so interesting. And then we have to conform is to die inside. Time for romance have come. Yes, okay. Pile number one, there is also, I see that the people who like you, it's like they have that little message that they want to give you. They want to tell you to open your heart more. This is interesting, because this is what, you know, the question is, what do people like about you? But here, the people who like you have a message for you, and they're saying that they would like to see you open up your heart more. So maybe you guys, for some of you, if you guys are single, the energy of the people around you, as much as you're there for them, they want to be there for you and tell you that maybe the time has come to open your heart and be open to romance. This is a specific message that is meant to reach some of you here, and that comes from the energies of the people in your life that love you, that like you, okay? And then we also have this message about the fact that you influence people to be truly who they are. You're someone who is highly, highly authentic, and you show them that to conform is to die inside. You force them, you don't force them, but in a way you do, because it's like your influence is so strong that it forces them to realize that they need to be brave and to be themselves. But this is not something that you impose on them. It's just that your energy is so authentic that it does influence people strongly, okay? Then we have courage, awaken the warrior of light within you. Release your inner rebel. Yes, that's the strong message. Those three cards are just repeating themselves in a way, because this is how strong it is. You see, when I said it's not like you force them, but it's just the influence is so strong. That's something that you do for the people that like you and makes them like you, because you give them that strength to be who they are. And I also see for people around you, they love you because with you, they can be true. You're so authentic that they can't be fake around you. They're able to open themselves and just be truly who they are. And I'm hearing that people wish that the way that you make themselves open their heart to you, because they show you truly who they are, because you are so authentic yourself, they want you to do the same thing, but in your love life, okay? That's back to that love message for a lot of you. They want you to be able to open your heart big, and it's not that you're not authentic in your love life, but it's more about opening the heart chakra. And this is not a love reading, but they're really pushing this as just saying that you inspire them to open themselves, showing you who they are, and they want you to open your heart, but to people on a romantic level, okay? And then the last card that we have is cross the bridge of happiness. It leads over the depths of your emotion. Yes. This is again, this is a message from the people who like you. They want you to do that push in your love life. They want you to those are for the singles of you, the ones that are looking for love. Some of you I see you might even be closed off to the idea because there's that heart chakra that is closed to romantic connections. But they're saying that you can cross that bridge. Just as you show people the way to readjust when things happen, to find the equilibrium, they're telling you as just one step. Just start. They're saying this clearly. Just start by allowing yourself to open your heart to love. That's the message that they have for you. So that was a beautiful reading, pile number 1. You kind of got a double reading here because not only did we saw what people like about you, and there were wonderful, kind messages from the people who like you, but they also had a message for you, you know, that they want you to open your heart to love. So, you know, maybe you'd be tempted to look into a love reading after this. Pick a card reading, see if what are your predictions for love. So on that note, it was a pleasure to do the reading for you. Comment down below if you liked the reading, what resonated with you. And also you can always tell me what you want to see next. So some pick a card topics that you want to see here on the channel on Love Angels Intuition. And don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed already so that I can see you in another pick a card reading. Bye, pile number 1. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. So this reading is for those of you who chose this beautiful green stone. So we'll go ahead and look at your tarot cards to see what do people like about you. The first card we have is the Empress. Beautiful. You have the Empress energy. Then we have King of Wands. Beautiful. See creative people here. Four of Wands. Beautiful energy. And Magician. Okay, pile number 2. Beautiful message here. So first of all, I see that with you, people have a really good time. You know how to party, you know how to celebrate when it's time to celebrate, and you're someone who's super creative. I see a lot of fire energy, of course. We have 2 fire cards in that bunch, and we also have 2 major arcana. So you make a really strong, bold impact on people, okay? Your presence is strong. Lots of Leo energy coming from you, in the sense that you're super, super creative. And not only are you creative, but people have a good time with you. The people like you because they have a good time with you, and you show them how to enjoy themselves. I feel like a lot of your friends, with you, they like that they can let loose, that they can celebrate, that they can be a good vibe and have a good time with you, and just, you know, really enjoy life. And you show people how they can just enjoy life and create the life that they want. And you're all about creating. I wouldn't be surprised at pile number 2 if some of you are moms and have a beautiful family, because you have such a big creative energy that sometimes this translates as babies. And maybe you are not a mom. Maybe you will be one day. Maybe not. But you have that, there's that creation energy is so strong in this reading that it's a big possibility. Some of you, I really see you might be artists having projects going on, and really, or businesses that you're growing. Some of you, it doesn't have to be in the arts, but there's that big idea of creation, okay? I see you guys, like, because you have that fire inside of you. You're passionate, and people cannot deny it. Pile number 2, if you don't have a passion of some sort, and like I said, you may be just passionate with your family that you have, but whatever you create, you nurture it, okay? There's that nurturing side of you. sorry, and you're always like creating and it's like you making, oh, okay, that's a strong message here. I just heard. You are the type of person, you really create your happiness. So pile number 2, sorry about that, the camera fell. But I was saying that you are the type of person who utilizes the tools that you have in your environment. So you use what you have around you, where you're at life, and you make the most of it. You're really really here to have a good time. And you are making that happiness, that good time. This is inspirational. Even for me, pile number 2, I'm inspired right now by you. And people are impressed, inspired. You have that star quality. People look up to you. I really don't know what you do for a living. I just, like I said, I just see it really being creative, and I see that creation energy. So you could tell me and down below in the comment what you do, because I would be really curious to see how it introduced for different persons here. Pile number 2, you might be the type of friend who's going to invite someone to a boat day, to a hike. Really, you bring people out into adventures, and your friends really do like that. And I see that pile number 2, you might have friends who didn't, it's like you have people around you that you make them experience stuff for the first time. So for example, you might have a friend who never went on a boat, you invite them on a boat. You might have a friend who never went on a hike, you bring them on a hike. Someone never played X sport, you invite them. You really have that leader quality too, and you bring those people on this adventures, and it's really beautiful. Pile number 2, congratulations, because I'm impressed. I'm really impressed at you really seem like a friend that people really have a good time with you. People have a really, really good time. Tear down the walls around your heart. Door to spirit. Okay, it couldn't get any more better, pile number 2. The garden of and the gate. Okay, so pile number 2, not only are you a good time, but you also let people be vulnerable with you. Like literally, people feel like they can be themselves. And okay, I just heard it now. The way that you let people be vulnerable to you, pile number 1, people could be vulnerable with them too, but the way you do it is different. And you know what I like here? What I like here is that when people like people, you're not gonna like someone who you can't be honest with and open with, right? But here, I like how you do it, pile number 2. Because for you, since you have that side of you that just enjoys life, people go on those adventures with you and they enjoy life. And in those moments of pure joy, pure happiness, when people are laughing hard, they are becoming themselves. You might attract a lot of friends who are usually shy, usually really serious, and you let them express their inner child. You have that freeing energy. You let them embrace that Leo energy, that fiery side of them, their passionate side. What's really there in their heart that they want to express, but they might not be able to express with everyone. And this is really good for their spirit, because their spirit like this. Your spirit likes, your spirit doesn't want to be here on earth and having a bad time. Your spirit wants to enjoy themselves, fulfill their mission, and having a happy life and a good life is not just, suffering. And it's not just working your 9 to 5, or it's not just, there's so much to life to enjoy, and to this you need to live, and it's like you invite people to live. Beautiful. And you see this card here, I think it's so interesting. You make people see a whole new world that they didn't thought about. Pile number 2, I really think you attract shy people in your life. As much as I feel like you're an extroverted, you're really, like I said, that Leo energy. But I see here you might find yourself throughout your life having a lot of friends who are more shy, more serious, or who have jobs that are really strict, and there's things that they can do. So whenever you guys are on vacation or go out, it's like they can let out their crazy side, their playful side, their child-hearted side. And it's like, and you show them here's the infinite possibilities, the infinite world open to you. And you see, because there's that gate here, they're looking at the garden and that gate, and it's like you're opening the gate to them. You're like, take a look. You can have this too. You can enjoy life too. No matter what you do, no matter what your job is, no matter what. Oh, people, you're really free people. People, it's like for some people, they like you because when they met you, it's like they could finally breathe. Literally, they could finally breathe. They could finally let loose, let their hair down. Okay, if you have a friend who would always attach their hair and they started to let their hair down next to you, well, that's a good sign. That's a good sign that that you're just doing a magical work here on earth, because that is amazing. That is truly amazing. Truly amazing. Pile number 2. And then we have this 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. People also like that they can tell you a lot of things. They're really open-minded. People can talk. People can say what they have on their mind, on their heart. It's that idea of freedom. And like I said, you might have friends who cannot say, maybe they have political jobs, like it's just jobs that are really serious or that restrict them in a way. And with you, they can talk about a lot of things. You're really open. You're really not someone who judge people. See here, the wallflower. You really attract people who in their day-to-day life feel like they're a wallflower. They might be shy. Look at this person just hiding their wow, look at this. Archangel Gabriel, which is the 5th chakra, the throat chakra. Archangel Gabriel is really strong with communication and all that. And you have next to it the wallflower. You really attract, you attract people who feel restricted, who feel like they can't speak. And you're like, yes, you can speak. You can express yourself. You can enjoy yourself. You can, oh, this is beautiful. Pile number 2. What a beautiful work you're doing here on earth. Beautiful. And then you have impossible. You also give your friends and family and lovers confidence. Confidence why? Because it's like you liberate them. It's like you help people to break the chains that they have, the chains of what they think they should do, what they think they should think, what they think society wants them to be and do. You're like, no, you can enjoy life, you can let loose. Okay. And I see that a lot of people, what they like about you is that especially for your friends who are more shy, or people in your life that have like a more conservative job or something like this, they like that they can really like balance themselves by oh, by the way, you see this in the frame, but that's just I write the questions on little paper before. Yeah, they feel like they can just have that balance in their life because they have the fun and they also have the seriousness, and it's not all dull. You bring balance in their life in that way. They're able to let loose with you. This is beautiful. So that's all the message I have for you, pile number 2. Your message was short and sweet, but absolutely a bliss to give. You can comment down below what resonated with you and what you would like to see next on the channel. If you're not subscribed yet, you can subscribe so I can see you in a new pick a card. And yeah, enjoy pile number 2. Hello, pile number 3. Here's your reading to see what people like about you. So we'll go ahead and take a look at your tarot cards to see what people like about you. first card that we have the Ten of Pentacles. Beautiful. I see that you're a family person, pile number 3. She's really strong on family. Then we have the Tower, Page of Cups, Two of Pentacles, and Nine of Cups. Okay, there's a lot here to be said. Pile number 3, what people like about you, first of all, is, of course, your values. They like your values. They like that you're a family person. You might be someone who has a lot of brothers and sisters, or just comes from a big family, or you have a family of your own, but you really make time for the people who are really close to you. You make time for your close circle. You're the type to like to have a family gathering or make suppers with all your friends, or when you have partners, you like to be with them, like have, you know, maybe date night you're really, basically, pile number 3, you really cultivate your relation. Every relationships that you have, you nurture them, you water them, you take care of the people around you. Okay, and but the Tower and the Page of Cups, what I see here too is that you have that ability to love, that whenever you have a moment where you kind of might lose hope, for you never lose hope. Some people might lose hope, but you have that kind of it's like a kid. You kind of have that childlike energy of you're out there to make meaningful connection. And if ever you have a connections that gets severed, or for example, let's say you're the type of person, if you get out of a relationship, you're still going to believe in love. You're still going to believe. You have I hear here, you believe, you have faith. And that's something that people like about you, the fact that you have faith. I also see here, pile number 3, a lot of you might be poets, artists, dreamers, kind of that Piscean energy, Cancer energy. You might be water sign, pile number 3, don't have to be, but you have that, for you, emotional connections are really important. And I also see here that what people like about you too is that you're always doing 10 things at the same time. And pile number 3, it's like, for example, you might work, but then you're gonna make time to see your friends after work, and then have a date the same day. Like, you make time for your friends, your partner, your family. Okay, that's something that people like about you. And that's part of you nurturing your relationships, okay? That's a really big message here. And people that you like, that you like and that likes you, they feel like you're a wish being granted in their life, okay? A lot of you are someone's dream friend, someone's dream partner. You're someone's dream. A lot of people that like you dreamt of having someone like you in their life. Okay, you might be the daughter that your parents wished for a long time. You might be the friend that someone wished for when they felt at the lowest point, when they were lonely. There's that idea, okay? The people that like you, for a lot of them, you're a blessing, and they're just so happy that they were able to have you in your life. For those of you who are artists, I see that a lot of people like your creativity. They like how you handle your projects, and they like that you're able to work in team. So that's something that people really admire about you. But at the same time, see, one of the first things that we said for you is that you have that, you don't give up. You have that faith in you. You never lose faith. You also have that ability to get back on your feet. And you have also, I hear that you have an energy of repairing. Repair. I hear repair. You might be the type of people, too, pile number 3, who's able to mend people's heart. You're able to make people be more at peace with them, to have more faith. Okay, that's how you repair. You help people repair their faith. A lot of people nowadays, it's hard to have faith. Let's be honest. It's hard to have faith. And I feel like the more you grow old, the harder it is to have faith. Okay, that makes sense now. That's a childlike quality of you. Is that it's that faith. You know how when you're young, you always have faith that everything's gonna go good, that everything. And I find it funny because right now, maybe you can't hear, but outside, there's some people skateboarding. And I think they're like a bunch of young kids out there just skateboarding. And anyway, that's just funny because you have that childlike side of you, but for you it's really about faith. So you repair people's faith. The fact that you have that positive side, okay? For you, it's like no matter if something bad happens in your life, you know, the hardships of life, you don't let them tear you apart. You're just like, okay, how can I get on? How can I get on the next chapter? How can I get to be better? And you have that hope deep down of you that it's always going to end up being for the best. If something doesn't work, you're like, then there's something better. And you might have to hype yourself up a lot, but that faith, you have it. It never lets you down. And because you're like this, you'll repair faith in a lot of people, okay? This is a beautiful message. You all three piles, you have some incredible qualities, and I do understand why people like you, okay? Then we have hothead. Give it a whirl. And I am golden. Okay. Pile number 3 here. I see that you have also this ability to calm people down, okay? And the way that you calm people down is to show them that there are possibility, there is faith, okay? It's like that, don't give up. I would give it a whirl here. The way I understand this card in your reading is that it's like you show them that they can hope for something better. But it's like you don't just tell them to have faith. You tell them concretely. You might also be the type of person who take yourself as an example and show them, like, you know, like, if I've been able to go through it, you can too. So you might set yourself as an example, but you also just take example in general, and you help people see that, you know, they can go through the hard times, that they have it in them, and that they just need to see things differently. And so you kind of to have those people get faith, you try to show them things in a new lens, okay? To see things differently, to try and have a new perspective. And a lot of time you also really encourage the people who like you. You encourage them to realize their value, okay? And realize that they don't have to lose their temper or to lose faith, because they have everything in them that they need to go forward, for things to get better, for them to get that faith again. They have it in them. It's like I almost hear you, at least your energy, that is saying, like, I know you can do this. I know it. Why crying? Why crying so hard? Why losing your temper? Why being so angry at the situation? Because I already see you getting out of it. You really, really, I see you also, you're the type of friend who's always there in the bad times with people, giving them faith. This is a really special reading, pile number 3. Then we have protect what you love. Yes, we know pile number 3. You protect people. You're there with people. People feel secure with you. And that comes back to you making time for your circle, okay? Even sometimes you guys are tired, but you are the type who's like, no, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there for you, okay? I'll make a little 5-minute for you. I see you going like the extra mile, trying to make plans work. I also see you might be the friend who like plans the activities, you plan the date, you plan things because you really maintain that your relationships like that. Okay, people also feel really grounded with you, pile number 3. They feel like they can be themselves. They feel like it's that calming effect. You have a calming effect, pile number 3, and I think this is why you also, I see that your friendships, you tend to have really stable friendships. You're really good at friendships. Really, really good. That's something that you're good at. Because you're stable and you nurture your friendships. Okay, people also find you really beautiful. And people, ooh, I like this. Okay, so whenever people have hardships, you help them see the truth. You help them see the truth, okay? And this is so interesting because that also goes hand in hand with giving back faith to people, because you let them see what they don't want to see because they have lost faith. You let them see that, no, actually, there's no reason to lose faith, because here's the fact. You're the type of people who can also tell people, well, if you've hit rock bottom, then you can only go up from there. So that's a good thing. You know, you really see the positive everywhere. And you know, like I said at the beginning, doesn't mean that when you have a hardship, you're always like, okay, let's go, it's gonna be great. No. You push yourself. But you have that hope, that little hope, always there. Always there. You have that faith in you. Sometimes it's lower, sometimes it's higher, but you always have it in the background. And whenever people lose faith, you're always going to be the one friend who's like, no, actually, you've hit rock bottom, can go up. And you help them see it. I think it's beautiful. So pile number 3, this was your reading. I hope you liked it. Comment down below what you want to see next on the channel and let me know if the reading resonated. I always like to hear, just not hear. I hear during the readings, but I mean read. I always like to read your comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so that I can see you in the next pick a card reading. Bye, pile number 3.